Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome in, whether you're watching me live in the Animal Angel Connection Facebook group or on YouTube, because I also post these on YouTube. I wanted to, I don't know what's going on here with this. Let me see. Okay. Just trying to get my camera right. Wanted to pop in with some messages today, and it's the animal wisdom for the week ahead. We're already up to September 28th. Also, I'm sharing a link to schedule an animal angel session for those of you who've lost animals, who've passed, you're looking for peace of mind, positive messages on your path to healing and growth. That's what that's for. Animal communication for me is a sacred tool, not a parlor trick to, make animals do things we want them to do, like stop barking or run faster so we can win the race, but a healing tool. It's a very important sacred tool to me. So that's why I offer that as a single session, as the Animal Angel healing session, to help you get peace of mind, to help you get the messages you've been craving from your animals. And yeah, so I would love to help you with that. And let's pull some cards and get going with messages for the week ahead. I was looking at a goat card earlier, which makes me think of being on a solid foundation, but the beaver is also about laying a solid foundation. Had this one as well recently. Stability. I was also reflecting earlier on how I used to feel so insecure, and I would have to have layers of security in my life. The corporate job, my spouse, my mother, there was people and things in my life that helped me feel more secure. But what kind of foundation have you laid within yourself? Because for me, once those foundations went away, I got divorced, my mother passed, the corporate job went away. Sometimes what feels like a solid foundation disappears, and we end up with ourselves. And so what foundation have you been laying within yourself to feel safe, to feel secure about your direction in life, to know that you have the confidence within yourself to achieve whatever you would like to achieve? Having that confidence is so important, that self-love, that knowing that you are a powerful spiritual being with purpose. So that foundation, instead of relying on external sources for your, security and your stability, lay that foundation within yourself. Because things in life around us are fleeting. So we want to feel safe and to feel secure within ourselves. So that's my take on that. And I think before, when I was reading on the beaver, I did talk about some, external foundations, but we've also got to have the internal as well. So make sure you feel secure within yourself, and you build that foundation of self-love and security, and the knowing that you are good enough. And I'm looking at my, in case you're wondering why I'm red around the eyes, I'm looking at my allergy eyes right now. It's crazy times. Juniper. Yes, that's the cause of that. But anyway, okay, so we're getting back to basics here. We're starting off with the beaver. Now, oddly enough, doesn't this look similar to the beaver? We're going back to groundhog And it's been coming up over and over and over again, the scenario of letting go and what we need to let go of. This is a constant reminder. I was just here earlier at my desk going, oh, I forgot those sticky notes were there. Okay, I can toss those. I don't really need that, you know, or, and just kind of decluttering and how positive it is to declutter in our life. So what clutter do you have around you? That could be emotional, that could be physical. And, you know, I used to focus on weight as well. I wrote a book called Lose the Diet, kind of a play on words. And it's all about losing the diet to lose weight, because the more that we try to lose things, the more our subconscious wants to hold on to things. But letting go with ease, joy, and flow is another way to look at how to let go of things. And there's this whole metaphor, what I was going to say about the weight. When we let go of external things in our life and our internal emotions, you know, the internal baggage, we can naturally lose weight. It's letting go. It's telling our subconscious mind it's time to let go. So if losing weight is something you're wanting to do, if you've been hanging on to excess weight, I encourage you to look at what you may be needing to let go of in your environment and in your emotional self. So there's that. And let me see. So groundhog, letting go. What do you need to let go of? To let go of other things in your life, whether they're physical, mental, or emotional. So now I'm going to pop into, let's take a look at, oh, this is a good one. Chameleon spirit. You know how the chameleon, the lizard, changes color to match its environment, etc. So, you know, act as if. And I think about this with your vision, with your future. Do you have a vision? When I was journaling this morning and I was thinking about what is my vision, you know, and getting clear on your vision. And then the act as if, meaning act as if you're already there. You can, when you write in your gratitude log and say, you know, I'm so happy and grateful now that whatever, I have my fur babies better or something. But you can also write, I'm so happy and grateful now that, and whatever that vision is you have for yourself, whatever it is that's coming in the future that you want, whatever's in that dream of yours, act as if you already have it. Be grateful. Feel the gratitude of already having it, because the mind doesn't really know the difference between having it, not having it, unless you keep reinforcing to yourself that you don't have it. So act as if you already have it, whatever that is. And even if it's, you know, being successful at helping others in the world and being the powerful healer that you are, having that confidence we were just talking about to lay that solid foundation, right? Act as if you already have that solid foundation. Act as if you already have the confidence. Act as if you are enough. So it's really leaning into already having instead of focusing on what you don't have. So it goes back to the cup being half full again, right? Instead of half empty. Like, you know, you focus on the half empty side of, well, I don't have this or I don't have that. No, act as if you already have it. Act as if the cup is half full. Or even completely full is not a bad idea either. Okay, so I want to throw in some more cards here. A couple more anyway. And let's see what comes up for us. Lovely. The porcupine, and I love this illustration of the porcupine, says, time for a beginner mind. Now, our subconscious, where we're creating our future, by the way, in our subconscious mind, and we start with clarity. Where do we want to go? We have a vision for what that looks like. We pretend, we believe that we've already got it, right? And I'd like to say that really the groundhog comes first, and letting go what no longer serves us, laying the foundation of the confidence in what's next, act as if we already have it. I feel like it's really coming together here. And then tapping into our imagination. So when we're children, we are very, very imaginative because we're at the subconscious level. And then as we get older, say around the age of 8, we start developing the conscious mind. We push things down. We forget our imagination. So our imagination is buried there. Remember when you were a child and how you played and how you drew and how you played in the sandbox. So this is calling for you to have a beginner mind. And I really feel like, you know, which again is tapping into your imagination and your emotions, by the way. Being grateful, being excited, pretending you already have it. Remember when we were kids and you may have or you may not have dressed up. You know, you played dress up in the parents' clothes or something and act like you're already an adult. And that's like what the beginner mind is about. So I really feel like this is all piecing together, creating your future, creating your dreams, creating your vision. Because if we start with the letting go piece, we need to let go of what's not serving us. Lay the solid foundation. What's our vision? Or it can go in reverse, actually. I'm playing with my cards here that I've already pulled, but the foundation can be clarity. The clarity, the confidence, the vision is your foundation. Then we let go of any fears or beliefs that are holding us back. And I work with this with clients as well. We've got to have clarity and a vision. We've got to believe in ourselves. We got to let go of whatever's holding us back. You know, tap into already having it. What's it like if you already have that goal? You already have that vision. You already have that dream. And I really think a lot about those of us healers who are wanting to have a vision, wanting us to help others, maybe through a business. And we have goals, we have dreams of helping others, and then really get that imagination going. Imagination is really the powerhouse of success here. These are really, really good cards that work together as far as your vision and your goal and what you want to achieve and where you're going in life. Let's see what comes up to kind of round this off here. I'm going to pull this one. This is a good one. Canary spirit, sing your own song. Be yourself. And in the Animal Empath Journal on Substack, I was writing about a week ago Thursday, it probably came out on the 18th, I believe, about not hiding. So it ties into that and really about being yourself. And not hiding and not, as healers, you know, a lot of times we can be afraid And, you know, whether you believe in past lives or whatever it may be, maybe it's confidence, maybe it's the fear or lack of confidence, I should say, or the fear of persecution. You know, sometimes we're afraid to be ourselves. My husband just said to me, because yesterday, you know, I went and got a pedicure, and she was showing me some interesting hairstyles she's been doing with streaks of color, you know, red and orange and stuff. And I was envisioning purple and gold, and my husband's like, well, you're going to get your hair done like that. Goes back to singing your own song, right? Being who you really are. You got to be yourself in order to be successful. So all of these 5 cards, these 5 messages, really play well together. And I've put the beaver back over here on the left, but lay that foundation by getting clear on what your future looks like. And that's not in your head, it's in your heart. Your heart is what really has the answer, not your head. So get clear, get that foundation going of the confidence and the clarity of what that goal looks like. And then you need to let go of any fears, beliefs, blocks, anything going on in your life. Oops, the wind's kicking up here. That's going to help you to let go and move forward, because we have to release the old in order to create the new. So let go of the old to create the new. Act as if you've already got it. Act as if you're already there. Visualize it. Feel grateful for already having it. So act as if you have whatever that vision is. And I keep seeing it as a life purpose, as a career, as your life as a healer or whatever. And then get into that beginner mind, which is tapping into your emotions and your imagination. Be happy, lift your vibration, feel positive, again, about already having it, but really tap into that imagination side and visualize. Do a collage, you know, of already having it and what your life would be like, you know, that vision board. That's the playfulness. That's the beginner mind. That's where your power is for creating your vision. And finally, singing your own song. Be yourself. Don't be afraid to be yourself, whether it's pink hair, purple hair. But not only that, really allowing your gifts to shine through. And again, find that article a couple weeks ago on the Animal Empath Journal on Substack about Healer Stop Hiding, or whatever it was called. It was about hiding. So sing your own song, shine your light, share your gifts with the world in whatever business or opportunity there is for you to be you and to use that unique talent, that unique power that only you have. Nobody has the unique qualities that you have. So anyway, I hope all of this is making sense. And as I was pulling the cards, it was really coming together. Really coming together for the message on, you know, creating that vision, living on purpose, and being who you are, and using that power to help others and to help yourself to achieve those dreams and those goals. So anyway, would love to hear your feedback. Would love to see any comments, any questions. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe. And I don't know, I keep having lighting stuff going on while I'm doing these videos. Anyway, be the light that you need to be in this world, because the world needs your gifts, and only you have those particular gifts. So if you're hiding, and if you're not singing your own song and shining your light and flying above all the drama and the trauma, then you're not living the life that is really going to change the world in a positive way. So again, thanks for tuning in. We'd love to see any comments or questions. And if you are, again, struggling with animal loss, book a call. If you want to book your clarity and purpose call, that's a complimentary call where I give you some animal wisdom of your own to help you get unstuck and on track. So see you again soon, everyone. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.